Hi everybody, welcome to the Marine Science Institute research vessel. Today we are in for some fun. We are on a ship in the middle of the San Francisco Bay with a group of students from Lodi, storm drain detectives from Lodi High, Vista Oaks Academy, and we're going to do some fun science on the water because we want to study how our Mokelumne River is impacting the San Francisco Bay. So come along, we're going to study some fish, some mud, some plankton, and some water quality. So come learn. We are surfing on the San Francisco Bay. Hold on, girlfriend. Woo! Wow, I have never been this way before, you guys. I'm glad you took your Dramamine. Whoa! Did you see what they did out there? It's out there, all the way out there. Where that buoy is where the end of the net is. And in a few minutes, they're gonna rev the engines and Jackson's gonna speed it up, and the net's going to basically drag along the bottom of the bay and pull up what they pull up, which is really exciting because you never know what you're going to get.
Okay, so if you're on the line that's closest to the rope, what you'll be doing, you'll be picking up the rope, walking it in, and when you get to that gray bucket, you're going to drop the rope into the bucket. 3, 2, 1, walk and pull! Walk and pull! The faster we do this, the better the catch! So, we have some bat rays. Look at them go. So you can really see with this one, that barb stuck in the net. Try to get it out. There he goes. Nice and easy. Okay. Yes, we did get quite a few crabs. And these crabs are Dungeness crabs. So they are the kind that people eat. These are all just baby ones. All right, teams, how are we doing? Okay, we should have, what, 2 more buckets? 1 more bucket. Okay, are you guys ready to switch to your final bucket?
I guess when they get angry, they pinch the fish. That's why they had to get them out. You guys are so beautiful. Look at that color.
So the anchovies have a very large mouth, opens very wide, and the herrings have a much smaller mouth. And like bigger eyes. They're a little bit different shape, and the herrings are usually much more blue on the top.
So part of their mission is to write down everything they catch. They have 2 of these trips a day, morning and afternoon, so this will be the afternoon catch.
Okay. Oh wait, no, you put batteries on here. There's batteries. Yes, we can release the herring. If I catch it, I'll switch. Yeah, this is the English sole that has a few of those tumors. It also looks like it's had its tail fin nipped a little bit by another animal.
Some of the fish in the bay, they suffer from tumors on their bellies from the mercury that's coming down in the sediment. And with it has come the pollution, which is a problem. This is where all the water ends up in the Northern California watersheds, in the Central Valley, Sacramento Valley, and the San Joaquin. Drain out through here from the delta out. You can see the Golden Gate Bridge from here. Yep, right straight down my arm is the Golden Gate Bridge, which is the Pacific Ocean, which is the end of the California watersheds. And our impact, our thumbprint, is in this water, in this ecosystem.
So, we are now at hydrology. So what we're going to do for hydrology is we're going to get 2 samples of our water. We're going to get a surface water sample, and we're also hopefully going to get a sample that's several feet down into the bay. Close enough. So you might notice that I'm writing as a 1.0, whatever number they tell me. That's because pure water is going to have a density of 1.
We're out here on the bow of the ship with Tasha Wyman, City of Lodi Compliance Manager, and I want you to tell us why these trips are important to the City of Lodi and to the students, and why you stand behind them as valuable.
So
So as a compliance manager, my job is to make sure that the City of Lodi meets all of our permit requirements. Part of the MS4 permit requirements require outreach and education with our residents. Sometimes those residents look like students, sometimes they look like you who are at home watching. It's important for us to connect the dots between those of you watching, our students, to our watershed, our storm drains, our Mokelumne River, the delta directly to the bay, and the impact that we have on the bay and the wildlife that live in it.
So if I'm understanding correctly, and I know I'm understanding this correctly, the streets of Lodi drain to the Mokelumne River, which flows through the delta, ends up here in the San Francisco Bay, untreated, not clean. Whatever's out coming from Lodi is out here, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So what's your message home to folks about what they can do to change their own behavior?
Sure, so it starts with being mindful. The actions that you can take at home include cleaning up trash, proper use of pesticides, picking up after your pets, something as simple as washing your car with the proper car wash detergents. Things like that can have a direct positive impact on the bay.
Let's go.
So this is one of our phytoplankton. This is a photosynthetic plankton. These guys are really cool. I like them a lot. What percentage of the oxygen in our air that we breathe do you think is made by plankton? Between 50 and 80% of the oxygen in our air is made by plankton in the water. But diatom species by themselves are producing 30% of that oxygen. So these guys are really, really important. You should thank them for the air that you breathe.
Here we got lots of things.
What do you call this?
Wheel.
What do you call this position?
Helm.
The helm.
The aft helm, yeah. So we're about to put a fish trawl in. So the kids are gonna lay this net into the water. We're gonna tow it for 5 minutes. And when we pull it back in, we're gonna see what we catch. They're gonna put it in this tank to the side, and then they'll put them in small containers. The kids will identify them with dichotomous keys and go through. And once they've identified them and kind of talked about them and touched them, we put them back in the water, and then we'll do it all over again.
Wow. How long have you been doing this?
Since 2000, so 23 years.
Why do you feel called to do this?
Well, it's a fantastic program. It's like the best hands-on thing you could ever see. I started here because I was raising my kids by myself and I needed steady work. So I came off of commercial fishing and came and done this. My kids grew up with this program, and it's they've all grown up and moved out, but it's still just really valuable to me. It's a fantastic thing to see happen, and it's really it's exciting to see how many of the kids are just really get into the program. But it's also really fantastic to see who's been part of the program. I run into people all the time who came here in 5th grade and now they own whale watching businesses, or they're in science somewhere. So it's made an impact on a lot of people.
Yeah. Oh, they're getting ready for another one. Come on down. Here we go. Have a look.
Pull, pull, pull. It's gonna be heavy. Pull, pull, pull. Look at the worm that's like hanging down. Okay. Give me some slack. Slack. More slack, more slack. Okay. Gonna get all those tube worms. Boink.
Oh, I just killed it.
All right, hold up your muddy fingers and repeat after me. I promise to respect and protect all of the animals in the squishy wishy, gooey ooey, kind of smelly San Francisco Bay mud. And to show my promise, I will put mud on my face. I like to do the mud stash, personally. Yeah, that's good.
right, guys, so what's gonna happen next?
Oh, a little jelly, huh?
All right, so
Native and non-native. Jellies? What do you think, native or non-native? Did you guys figure out what that is? That's a spider crab? Oh, that guy. Okay. So we've been doing this now for 20 years, so 20th year, and a lot of these teachers have been on, in fact, Mrs. Turner has been on the boat from the beginning, and Mrs. Starr's been on for 15 years probably, and we've got Vista Oak teachers that, this is your second year?
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me, your students that have been out on this trip before, have any of them gone out into science? What was the student impact? Is it a valuable program?
It's a very valuable program. I know after the 15 years that we've been having environmental science at in Lodi Unified and having students come out on this trip, I know of at least 2 specifically that are now working with U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service back in Lodi, working with this Bay Delta area. The trip really allows students to experience science and to see themselves as scientists and to be able to identify with that as a career choice for them.
How about you, Melissa? And you're in Lodi High. What did you see over the years?
I've had quite a few students who, with this program, along with the storm drain program, has impacted them to pursue careers and education in environmental science or environmental engineering.
And Vista Oaks, I know you've got younger students, but do they like being out here?
Yeah, so within our couple years that we've been doing this program, I've seen them spark interest in science and showing that they might want to have this as a career someday. So it's giving them a hands-on experience so that they know what they can do in the future.
It also gives a real life connection for students who may not go specifically into the environment. Maybe they're going to be an architect, or maybe they're going to do something in public service, whatever that might be, but to still have the connection to where their water flows in the watershed and their role in being stewards of that watershed, because here's where the pollution ends up if we're not making choices along the way to take care of the resource.
You're a good student. You need to teach. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. I hope you learned something. Hi, everybody. I'm Kathy Grant, City of Lodi Watershed Program Coordinator, and I just really wanted to say thank you to all the people over the years who have helped fund this program, paid for the many study trips, field trips, MSI trip that we just recently filmed. And all of these watershed videos have been paid for by funders, which is huge. So I really want to say thank you. You know who you are. We've put in the credits of each video those funders, but we couldn't do this program without you. And so you're making an impact in Lodi with our young people that is going to go on for generations. And we really appreciate that. You've been a really good neighbor. Thank you.